Okay, so today's project is to take this shiny new cable, and put it in there. This is the cable that is bad, and it's bad because of this little bitty flaw right here. I was thinking it might be steel this time, but it could still be die cast or some shit. Anyway, it broke. So it looks simple enough, and that's always the problem. But it looks like I need to take and loosen this bolt, maybe this nut. This nut, and or possibly this nut over here. Yeah, maybe lose that one. I'll probably need two wrenches. Cause yeah, they pinch that right there. That bracket is what's holding it, so it's pinched like that. So let me see how hard this is going to be to do, because once it comes out, yeah, that's going to be about all I have to do is just pull it out of the clips and pull it off the handle. Now, let's see what I got to do to get this to work. Alright, so the hardest part so far is getting this clip, this right here, this clip out of that hole right there. Alright, well, this is one of them things. I've never done this before, so I know me, and I know better than to try to film me taking something apart that I've never taken it apart before. So, just trust me, I think the easiest way to get that clip out would be with a pair of needle nose, like vice grips or something. Because you just have to get a firm grip on it and pull it out. It'll come out. Alright, so what I think I need to do now is to come from the other end and pull it out. So let me work on that. Here you have a series of clips. Got 3 of them here. And this is your electrical for your kill switch. This is your cable. This clip is right. Can I put you in there? Yeah, I think this is the way this clip comes apart. Alright, so that's the way that clip works. You just take it out. There. You don't even have to take it off. So, it is a little bit tight, and you might want to pry on it a little bit with a screwdriver. By the time you get done, time you do it a couple times, you say, oh, I got this. Alright, so that's clip number 2, and this is number 3 right here. So this here is clip number 3, and it's loose. And there we go. Now, oh, we got another clip up here. Let's take this one loose. Alright. Take that one loose just like that. Pull this cable out like that. And we got another stop nut right here to take loose. So hang on a minute. Okay, so with all them clips loose, and this stop nut right here loose, which is also an adjustment. That's also an adjustment point to tighten this, probably tighten that cable up on that handle. But anyway, now that you've got this all loose, go backwards and pull it out. Just like that, right there. Pull it right out of that hole, right like that. That one's out of the whole way. Alright, then pause you a second. Take the new one and run it back through the hole, through the garment. Just like that, right there. Alright, so you run that through there, like that. Alright. Little old flapper right here, poor thing. Let me get something to make that a little bit better. I run over it with the string mower and tear it up. Yeah. But, I guess this is a replaceable item, right? But, I don't think I have to spend no money on it. Anyway, take take this cable and make sure you're under the belt. Make sure everything else is right. Take your bolts loose. And can't really see that bracket, but you will have to take, I think you will have to take this bracket loose. Yeah, it won't just slip in there, so take this nut all the way off. You ain't gonna lose that nut. It ain't gonna fall up the cable. Take that all the way off. Slip the cable in there. Slip the cable, okay. So, it appears that the hard part about this whole job is getting that little pin to go back in that hole. Now, I don't know if I need to take this off and take that nut off right there, that bolt, whatever it is. Take that out. You know, you shouldn't have to do all that. But this is a Chinese machine, and who knows? They built it with a robot, probably, and so it's not compatible to human engineering. But that is the issue. I've got to get this pin and this clip in that hole. Well, like I said, one of the reasons I don't film myself taking something apart to try to fix it is because I end up cussing a lot. And that's not conducive to good videos. That bolt right there, I think it's going to have to come out. Well, for it to come out, there's a nylon insert bolt right here, nut right here. So to turn that bolt, this nut turns. So for that nut to come off, I need to put a backup wrench on this bolt because there's no way to, yeah. Most of the jobs I end up trying to do end up being 2 or 3 people jobs. Why they can't just make it simple, I don't know. I really don't. Alright, so the good news is you don't have to take that all the way out. Just had to get the bracket up off the deck a little bit so that the tip of that spring will turn. Of course. Well, that's all good in the hood. Now let me get this thing tightened back down. Alright, so once you get all them tightened up, get this tape back here about tightened, and get this nut here tightened up. Now you get your cable, and the housing is going to be simple. Alright. Got to put the housing back on the clips. Alright, so I'm assuming that anybody watching this that's fixing their string mower is probably not going to be fixing it in the weeds like I am. But if you do happen to be fixing yours in the weeds like I am, and you drop your nut, you're going to need a magnet because it's not going to come out there easy. Alright, so even with the magnet, I wasn't able to find my nut. For my cable. Oh man, I hate trying to do something and I have to right in the middle of it sneeze, lose my train of thought. But anyway, I couldn't find it even with this, but just by chance, what do I have here? Got 2 more nuts. Hot damn. So I got a chance to lose this, like what? Yeah, this will be it. Got 2 nuts right here, so I got a chance to lose it 2 more times. Alright, let me see if I can get this to work. Alright, so the way I took this apart is I pulled this handle out. I pulled the red handle out of the black handle. And I don't want to lose this one. Put that nut back on the cable. Like that. Then you take this piece, stick it in the hole like that. And this piece right here, fight with it a little bit, and put it into its hole, maybe. It's there somewhere. You can see it as good as I can. Okay, hang on. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to do was just let go of it. Now, take this screw, and you have to get it started. Take this bolt, and keep calling it screws. It's not a screw, it's a bolt. It's a nut, darn it. Okay, take this nut, screw it down. But see this wiggle here? You're going to have that. So, run the cable. There you go, like that. Then you can back this screw up toward the clamp. Like that. Back this down this way. Like that. Okay, and tighten it up. I'll be right back. Alright, so it is all back together. It ain't been tested. It's all back together. I had it upside down basically, so I'm going to try to give it a little while. Maybe, hopefully there ain't no oil in the cylinder and oil settles back down to the crankcase and the gasoline goes where it's supposed to go. Yeah, and then I can take this and test it, see if it works. I'll clean up my mess, put my tools up, and go from there. So anyway, if you're interested, I think I found this on Amazon. Yeah. There's if I ain't sneezing, I'm hacking. There's the label, package label. So if you're interested in the part, then there you go. Peace, guys. Alright, so I'm going to prime the machine. I'm going to crank it up. And if it works, I'm going to test it right here. Of course it didn't work. Why would it work? I wanted it to, so why would it do it? Okay, so what did I do to make it work? Well, let me show you. I made it work, because first I put it in this hole. You can see where the paint's already scratched off the hole, so that's, that's where I thought it went. Nope, put it in that hole, and it works now. Alright, so, I'm going to have to get gas to do any more real cutting. But it's working. Let me throw something over the motor here. That puff of smoke, that was the oil that was, I guess, maybe some oil in the engine. I don't know. Maybe gasoline in the oil. Who knows? Anyway, there it is. The string mower is alive again. So, I hope this video helps. Peace.